Hey everybody, welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jack and Letty still in Lake Jackson. So, this is another one of our holiday things. It's time for Christmas crack, as it's labeled. This is the recipe. I thought it was, somebody recommended it. I was like, yeah, might as well just get Hanukkah heroin, right? Like, Christmas crack. No, this is an actual thing. So, we're going to try this. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be good. I'm interested mostly because it's something sweet and I get to eat it later while I'm gaming and playing some Call of Duty. So, yeah, let's try this. Before we do, be sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell. Check out our merch. Link will be down in the doobly-doo. We got aprons, we got oven mitts, we got pot holders and spoons and spatulas and flippers. We got all kind of stuff. Be sure to check it out. We very much appreciate that. And let's just get into it. All right, really simple. So mostly you're going to need some brown sugar and some butter. Where the hell's my butter? I'll get the butter in a second. So you're going to need some brown sugar. You're going to need some semi-sweet chocolate chips, 2 cups of those. You get you some nuts or almonds or whatever you want to put on top of it. You get you some sprinkles, holiday sprinkles. I think all I have is Halloween stuff, so we'll get into that. And the main part you're going to need is saltines, man. Just regular old crackers. Just the cheapest you can find. There it is. Found the butter. You're going to need 2 sticks of the butter. It sounds like a lot, but you're making sweets, man, so it's not so bad. So 2 sticks of butter and 1 cup of brown sugar. So get you a small pot, saucepan thing. You're going to put it up to about medium. You don't want to get it too high, it'll scorch, but you want to go ahead and melt this down. Put both sticks of butter in there. The rest of the world, yes, they come in sticks. I've been asked that apparently only Americans come in their sticks. And 1 cup of brown sugar. Now you can kind of chop up the butter to kind of melt it. So you want to let that get to a slow boil. While you're doing that, get you a cookie sheet and hit it with some spray, or you can use the butter to kind of rub it down, or you don't have to if it's a non-stick thing. I learned that the hard way. So now take your crackers out and line them up on here. You want to put them, doesn't matter if it's salt up or shot down, I really don't think it matters. Now that you got these all lined up, like, you know, supporters at a Trump rally, see, it's all crackers, lines, whatever. So this should be boiling, and it should be good. And it doesn't mix well, like it didn't melt for me. It was different, but when I put it on the crackers, it spread out and made thick. So just use a spoon, or you can just use the whole pan and just pour it on there. But I did it because I didn't want them to float around or disturb each other or get on top of each other. You kind of lay on the bottom of the pan. While you're doing this, go ahead and preheat your oven to 400. You don't want it to, you have to wait on it or anything while this is sitting here. Go ahead and try to ladle this stuff out. It should be more than enough to cover, I think it's like 40 crackers, I think was the math, is what was told to me in the recipe. Now this is what I got them on here. Like I said, they're not covered all the way, but it'll spread out. So you put it in for 400 for 3 to 5 minutes. You want to check it. All you want it to do is to bubble on the bottom, right? You don't want it to like boil over. So this is one of those ones to keep close. Once it's at 400, put it in there. 3 to 5 minutes, 5 at the most. I think it did it at like 2.5, 3. I noticed it was bubbling and I could hear it, so went ahead and pulled it out. When you do that, you're going to have it all nice and bubbly. You can see where the crackers are starting to float and kind of overlap each other. They'll kind of straighten out. You can do it later with a small spatula. Go ahead and put your chocolate chips directly on top. Don't get the Hershey stuff. Apparently they have a preservative in them that keeps them from melting so easily. So I got these Ghirardelli stuff. I don't know if I pronounced it right. But you need 2 cups of these. All right. Each one of these bags is like a cup and a third or something. So the recipe called for 2 cups, but I figured that you can't really over chocolate a lot of recipes, so I just went ahead and did both bags. I mean, that's what you get for asking a fat guy about chocolate. Like, should we put more? Yes, always put more. So put those in there for 2 to 3 minutes again. You'll get the chocolate start to melt. You'll see it. They'll get shiny. Go ahead and pull those out. You don't want to burn them. Like I said, 2 to 3 minutes at the most. Just keep an eye on these. Put on your fake hand. Gotta have a fake hand. And then get your little spatula thing. You can find fake hands and spatulas at our merch store. Link down the doobly-doo. Go ahead and use your spatula. You can move the crackers around, kind of readjust them, make sure they're in the pan, and smooth out that chocolate. Now, you can stop right here. Everything else that we're doing with the almonds and the sprinkles and stuff is completely optional. So my first batch I did with this, with the chocolate chips, I just went and put almond slices on it, which were a little expensive. Now, if I use something else, you could probably get away with it better. The only sprinkles I had were bright green and Halloween stuff, so I went and did another batch later with those. And then I did another one later with white chocolate, and the green sprinkles actually showed up really well on that, and I used some walnuts and almonds, and those turned out exactly right. So once you get all that stuff, let it sit for about 2 hours, or you can refrigerate it. It'll do about 30 minutes, and it'll solidify. Now you can see these. I got my Halloween sprinkles on there. You can't see the green ones, so that's why I like the white chocolate when I did this later. So this is pretty solid. So it's going to be one big piece, but you use a sharp knife after it's nice and solidified. Like I said, put it in the fridge for 30 to 45 minutes, or you can just let it sit out. I let mine sit out for 3 hours, and it got solid. But that's in the Texas winter, so it was room temperature. So just use your knife, cut these into squares, man, and that's all you've got to do for these. That's it, and these are excellent. These are super nice. This is not a full meal unless you want to be a complete fat guy like me and just, that's a full meal, just sit down and eat them. But made this whole tray, and I think the most expensive thing was the chocolate things were like $3. So it was about $7 all total for everything we put into it. This stuff was really good, especially the white chocolate. I wish I had some pictures of the one I did with that one. I did it on the first night of Hanukkah, so I'm going to, instead of Christmas crack, it'll be Hanukkah heroin. But these are really great. You really need to try these out. Trust me, look how gorgeous those are. And there you have it, man. Christmas crack. It's the recipe as listed under. I always wondered why they call it that, and then I just tried one. And yeah, I'm going to be eating my weight on those things. I can feel the COVID-20 coming on because I'm going to be munching that stuff over and over. That's great. If you do it differently, you'd like to see us do it differently, let us know. Put it down in the comments, man. Find us on social media. Let us know at Facebook, Patreon, Pinterest. You can find us on all of those at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. You can also find us on Instagram at Living Between. And I'll see you next time, man. I'm going to go eat some more of this stuff and gain weight.